I'm a senior in high school, so I've been writing a lot of college essays lately, and in my main essay, I talked about how important reflection is to who I am, how the time I spend thinking about the people, things, and places in my life is a huge part of my identity. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. Okay. Because I don't ever want I don't want to take any of it for granted. I don't want anyone in my life to not know how grateful I am for them. So when Miss Cindy asked our youth group if anyone would be willing to speak, I lost my place. If anyone would be willing to talk about why they love this church, of course I said yes. And when she told me I could do it on Stone Soup Sunday of all days, I was even more excited, because Stone Soup Sunday was the first service I ever attended here 3 years ago. And I think it's exactly the kind of thing that really made me love this place. I wasn't raised religiously, and I grew up in a pretty tiny private school, so my sense of community was a little lacking. I had searched for a while for a place that would give me that community, and I found it right here with all of you guys, with this story of villagers bringing what they had to make something for everyone. No one in the story was asked to bring anything or be anything more than what or who they had to offer. Every week, when I sit on the couch in the youth room or sit in the pews of the sanctuary, I'm surrounded by this warmth of community that Sam talks about every week. I always say that if I ever become really rich and have copious amounts of money to give away, a lot of it is going to be given to places like my school, because I love it, and it's doing things that I'm proud of and that I want to continue, and I want it to always have the financial support it needs in order to do so. I say the exact same thing about this church, but I'll do it even without copious amounts of money. Just like in Stone Soup, a few carrots worth is enough if you're willing and able. When I go off to college, I can only hope that I'll have a place as special as the Church of the River to go to every week. People as special as all of you, whose kindness, generosity, and support have lifted me up in the last 3 years in more ways than I ever thought I would need. I remember only about 4 months after I started here, we had to go into lockdown because of COVID. When I think back on that point in my life, one of the most vivid memories I have was Sam on Zoom telling us that it would all be okay. It would probably be over by that time next year. It wasn't, obviously, but that's not the point. For me, and likely for a lot of you as well, that was the beginning of one of the hardest times in my life. Without Miss Cindy's consistency in keeping up with the Zoom calls every Wednesday, I don't know how I would have really gotten through it all. Even if some weeks no one showed up, I hope she knows how much it meant for her to have been there anyway. Not that I have a lack of support in my life, I have a great family, but there's something really special and motivating about having people support you and love you unconditionally when they have absolutely no obligation to. Being only 17 years old, I really need all that love and support, because it gives me the courage I need to be able to do big things like attempting to move to another country for university. I've never been asked for anything in return, except for that scarf that Sam asked me to bring him from England last month. But it's the selflessness of the people here that really inspires me to do what I can to contribute. There's no obligation here, only a wholesome willingness to be a part of something that for some people is everything. Thank you all endlessly for the part you have played in my life over the last few years. I hope to continue to learn and grow from you for as long as I can. The offertory will now be graciously given and received. This can be done in a few different ways. We'll have the little basket thingy passed around. You can go on your phone, on the website for the Church of the River. I think it's on Facebook, maybe? Yeah, Facebook. And if not any of those things, then just snapping a picture of the river or the sanctuary is good. Tag Church of the River, show your support. Thank you, guys.